Hello everyone, this is Dr. Alex. Today we have to speak plainly about an incident that's got all of Houston boiling over, and it perfectly reflects the deadly danger of the law of the jungle that MAGA and Trump are pushing with ICE. Lorenzo Salgado Araujo, 52 years old, a Mexican man who had lived in America for nearly 35 years, working in construction and raising 3 U.S. citizen children, was driving his white van full of workers to a job site around 6:50 a.m. on July 7th in Houston's East End. Then ICE showed up unmarked vehicles, no body cameras, and according to his family and witnesses, they came in like bandits. The result, Salgado was shot dead. According to DHS and ICE, Salgado rammed their vehicle and tried to run over an officer, forcing them to shoot in self-defense. But the passengers in the van and surveillance videos tell a completely different story. The van was blocked and stopped, and then the agents fired directly into the stopped vehicle, with no one trying to run anyone over. No officer was standing in front of the van. Shots came through the passenger window. No body cameras were on, the vehicles were unmarked, and Salgado wasn't even the intended target just because someone in the van resembled the target. This wasn't an accident. This is the consequence of an immigration system that Trump and MAGA have armed into a human shredder. Salgado was a family man, a small construction business owner on his way to legitimate work, supporting his American kids. He had lived here for decades, sweating and contributing to our communities. But under Trump 2's ICE, simply resembling someone is enough to be hunted like an animal. No transparency, no accountability, just guns and lies. It is terrifying how quickly a normal workday turned into a fatal encounter. Imagine it. Early morning, a van full of workers thinking about a normal workday. Suddenly, strange cars swarm in, identities unclear, then gunfire erupts. His family is shattered. His son cried. He did not deserve to die. Houston Mayor John Whitmire, no left-winger, had to call out ICE as out of control. Demand transparency. And the city is launching its own investigation. The FBI, Houston PD, and DHS are involved because the contradictions are so glaring. Mexico is even seeking criminal charges in the U.S. because this is one in a string of 17 cases involving Mexican nationals dying in connection with ICE. The community is rightfully outraged and scared. Is less than. Emotion is greater than. Neutral is less than. Emotion is greater than. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Is less than. Emotion is greater than. Angry is less than. Emotion is greater than. This is getting absolutely ridiculous. Trump and his MAGA allies are once again attacking the very foundation of our democracy. Sigh. How many times do we have to see this? Is less than. Emotion is greater than. Surprised is less than. Emotion is greater than. You won't believe what just happened. Gasp. The level of corruption and blatant disregard for the law is shocking. Is less than. Emotion is greater than. Disgusted is less than. Emotion is greater than. It's disgusting. Groan. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. This is what authoritarianism looks like in real time. Is less than. Emotion is greater than. Angry is less than. Emotion is greater than. We cannot stay silent. This is a direct threat to everything we stand for as a nation. Is less than. Emotion is greater than. Neutral is less than. Emotion is greater than. Today, I'm going to break it all down for you, step by step. Fellow Meiselas brothers and everyone listening, we see it clearly. This isn't just one mistaken shooting. This is a symptom of a democracy being eroded by extremist ideology. Rule of law replaced by guns and deception. Ordinary Americans, including Salgado's U.S. citizen children, are threatened by a system that can't distinguish between criminals and hardworking people. Trump and his allies are using ICE as a political weapon, sowing fear in immigrant communities, dividing the country, and turning neighborhoods into battlegrounds. We've seen this before, and now it's repeating even worse. This pattern of violence must stop before more innocent lives are lost. Salgado was not an invader. He was a father, a man who built homes for Americans, a part of the East End community. His death doesn't just devastate his family, it has the entire barrio furious, with thousands protesting and demanding justice. Mayor Whitmire is right. We are not at war. But ICE under MAGA is acting like it. Folks, we have to keep speaking out. Demand mandatory body cameras for every ICE operation. Demand fully independent, transparent investigations. And above all, stop this culture of violence from spreading. Every American should be concerned about these tactics. Because if it's Salgado today, it could be anyone who looks like someone in the eyes of a trigger-happy agent tomorrow. This is a real threat to the rule of law, to democracy, and to the American values we still believe in. No forgiveness, no silence. Justice for Lorenzo Salgado Araujo and for everyone being crushed by the MAGA machine. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Share this, comment below, and keep the fire burning. Together we can push back against this dangerous extremism and demand better from our government. Stay vigilant. Stay united.